Alright, y'all. I hope you can hear me over the vent fan in the greenhouse, but I'm thinking today is a good day for me to up pot the bok choy, this one spinach, this basil. I might move the basil and the chives and the cilantro directly into one of the stacking grow towers. And then I'm probably going to move the broccoli outside. I do think I'm going to separate out some of these larger things. There's some over there, these here, to give them more space to continue to grow. So that is my plan for today. Hey guys, so I decided to go ahead and put the broccoli out, and I was trying to find a small tool that I could use to help get it out. It didn't fit. Also, does anybody else out there own garden gloves and all the garden tools, and you just want to get your hands dirty? Because that's me. I buy all the gloves, I buy all the tools. In the end, I just stick my hands in the dirt. It was a nice breezy day today. It was very warm temperatures. It was a beautiful day to be working outside in the garden. I did get all of the broccoli put out. We'll check on it tomorrow to see if it took well to being transplanted. I thought it would be better to just go ahead and put it outside where it's going to be rather than up pot it. Part of me wanted to wait another week or two, but we're going to have some really nice weather, and I just think it's important to go ahead and get it out there while I can. I do know that both Home Depot and Lowe's has broccoli in their garden section, so if by chance all of this dies, I can always go buy a couple and put in there. Funny story about me growing broccoli. We planted broccoli in our school garden back when I was in Georgia, and I wasn't really knowledgeable about growing broccoli at all. So I didn't know when you should be picking it. And it ended up the flowers opened on it. And so we couldn't actually harvest any of the broccoli that year. But it did make beautiful flowers, and it did attract all the pollinators. I'm just tapping in the rest of the soil so that the trays are relatively empty. Okay, so next I'm going to pick up the tool that I'm not going to use because I'm just going to use my hands. And I'm going to go ahead and put the bok choy in. I've never really grown bok choy or harvested bok choy or cooked with bok choy before. I always get excited if new things grow because that means I have to find a new recipe and try new things out. Part of my garden journey is also a cooking journey. I come from a metro Atlanta area with DoorDash and Instacart, eating a lot of processed foods. This is kind of a journey for me to come out and start eating whole foods, real foods. If you have a favorite recipe that you like with bok choy, share the name of it in the comments so that I can look it up. Maybe I try out one of the new recipes that I learn. I'm assuming bok choy is mostly used in Asian recipes, which would be nice. I absolutely love playing in the dirt while gardening. I really hope all of this stuff takes off and grows well. There's nothing more satisfying than looking at a garden bed full of things growing. I do water all of this stuff in really, really well when I'm done. I don't think I got that on camera though. I checked as I was digging around in there, and I water about once a week in there. And everything, the dirt was still very moist, about 4 inches down. And that's just with once a week watering. So I think the straw's doing its job helping to hold in that moisture outside. All right, here we go with today's outside garden update. I have peas growing all the way around these edges. Don't have any growing up that side. I don't know why. Yeah, not a single one. Looks like a pea might be in there, unless that's a carrot. I don't know. Looks like something's growing right there. But I thought it only grew carrots in the middle, so we'll see if those are carrots. Over here in this bin, it's just whatever I planted in the middle here, which I believe were beets. There's something sprouting right here too. So now I'm going to be separating out my seed starts for my squash and my cucumbers. My husband is outside. He's putting some rocks around the base of the greenhouse outside. But here I am with crookneck squash. I planted 4 seeds and all 4 seeds sprouted. They look really strong. I will probably only keep 2 of these plants for my actual garden. It's just me and my husband, and I don't see where we would need more than 2 crookneck squash plants. So I'll probably give the other 2, if they survive, away at one of my garden club meetings. I host the garden club for Concho, Arizona. At the Mellon Center, it's on the 1st and 3rd Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. And so I'll probably do a plant exchange.
with any extra seedlings that I have, and encourage our members to do the same if they have extra seedlings to share. I'm using mushroom compost as the soil in the pots that I am planting into. And they seem to be doing pretty well, but you're going to see me do some squash plants and some cucumber plants. I was very happy that they all sprouted. Not a single seed wasted. You can hear the gravel, the rocks being poured out next to the greenhouse. And that's just to make it look nice. It wasn't really for any other purpose, the rocks outside. I have the window and the door open for the greenhouse because the temperatures outside were about 72, 73. And in the greenhouse, it was 86 degrees with the vent and everything going. It's so peaceful to be working in there. I love every moment of it. So I'm going to time lapse this and speed it up a little bit. Excuse me. Just making sure that I label all the pots so that I remember what's in each pot. Zucchini leaves, crookneck leaves, they all look the same. I'm assuming the 2 cucumber varieties will also look very similar as they're growing. So I want to make sure I can keep them apart and know which is which. In the next couple of weeks, I'll have to do this as well with the okra that I have going. And separate, I don't think I'll separate out the pepper plants. Pepper plants usually do really well if you have 2 of them planted close together because their roots are shallow and they like to use each other for support. So I'll probably keep my pepper plants 2 to a pot until it's time to put them out. But these are a cucumber that I'm doing right now. I did 2 different varieties of cucumber. I did dragon's egg cucumber, which are shaped like little eggs. They're bigger than like chicken eggs, but I thought those would be a unique cucumber to grow. And then I planted a variety called Puna Kira, and we'll see what those are like when they finally produce. I tried to find seeds from Baker's Creek that can handle drought and high temperatures. Those were the characteristics I looked for in the seeds. And I just keep separating out. It's very relaxing. Always water everything in real good. And then just keep on moving through. I want to thank everybody for watching my videos. I hope that if you're watching that you like and subscribe if you like relaxing gardening videos. If you live up in the White Mountain area, drop a comment, let me know, say hello. Definitely, if you're in the White Mountain area, come by our garden club meetings. It's just fun to get together and share things that work and things that don't work. Meet new people. Everybody have fun and enjoy your gardening.